Hey guys, Paul here. Just letting you know I'm alone again this week. Apparently Nathan has some school stuff or whatnot, but he will be back next week. Until then, I have a special surprise for you. One of my friends that I haven't actually talked to for about 2 years now stopped by the other night. And he is the friend that I've known since elementary school. And yeah, basically we developed our love of horror together, and everything I know about horror I owe to my time with him. So he stopped by. We had a couple of teas and cigarettes and whatnot there. I figured I would have the tape recorder rolling here. So what you're about to hear is actually just our conversation. We go over a lot of horror stuff, which is fitting for October coming up and All Hallows Eve and whatnot, so enjoy that. I'm gonna warn you right now, the sound quality is a little weird because it was in our main room. It wasn't in my normal room that I record in, and as such my roommate and my girlfriend are heard in the background here and there, and he has an awful problem talking with his hands, so the whole time we were talking he was kind of fidgeting every now and then. You can hear little pops and cracks from that. But yeah, anyways, it was a decent conversation, I guess. There's not much in the way of opinions or reviews or anything like that, just us shooting the shit. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you next week. Theme song.
Welcome to the Pixel Response Podcast.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll give you one
Have you ever seen
grab my new pack.
Have you ever seen anything by Dario Argento?
I love Dario Argento. I have most of his library.
Yeah, you do.
I have
yeah.
good.
He's my favorite.
His bigger ones, I do. Anyway,
Like
Suspiria.
Inferno.
I don't have Inferno. I can't find that anywhere.
They have it at HMV typically.
Really?
Yeah, it's cheap too. It's like $16. It's a good addition. It's that Blue Underground stuff.
Yeah. What the hell else did he do?
He did Deep Red. You got that one?
Deep Red. Yeah.
That's a great one. Tenebrae.
I don't have that one.
You can get that at HMV too.
That
I got most of them.
honestly, I haven't been in an HMV since I've been. Last time I was in Sunridge Mall when they had an HMV, and I think that was like early 2000s.
Oh, they still got one there, yeah.
Do they? Yeah. Holy fuck! I just don't go to Sunridge, I guess.
Yeah, that mall is really... Well, any mall, really. It's fucking evil as fuck.
Yeah, like for sure. But
yeah, no, like, because they have those, you know, like, Halloween time, sometimes they, like, come up with, like, Day of the
you're
Dead.
right, yeah. And
Or...
this is a month to go to HMV.
Yeah, it is.
For sure.
But just look, like, because they have, like, what was it? I got Phenomena and Tenebrae. Or is it Tenebrae? I don't know how to say it properly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got those two for cheap. They're just like, they come with those like stupid cardboard sleeves where it's like the same
Yes.
company. Yeah. But
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
just take the case off and it's like a good addition.
Right.
But yeah, so go get those as soon as you can because they're really good.
Yeah.
And
Are they on the like 2 for $20?
I think so, yeah.
I think I would do like a bunch of them if I could for 2 for $20.
Yeah, well, they're super fucking cheap.
What's Asia doing now?
Like, for movies?
Yeah, I haven't seen her in anything for a long time. Last thing I saw her in was Line of the Dead.
She was in this new one, Mother of Tears. Well, that's not that new. Have you seen that one?
No.
Okay, see
I didn't
that.
even... Is it good?
It's my like favorite of his.
Because she's in like all of his, right?
Well,
Pretty much.
Yeah, after a certain point, right?
Right. When she started getting work doing other
Yeah,
stuff.
when she was like, yeah.
I didn't actually know he was still going. He did a screenplay for Dracula 3D.
Yeah, that's his new movie that's coming out.
Okay.
Looks-
I will see that. I've been meaning to see his Phantom of the Opera forever now, too.
Yeah, I just bought this Death Knell Syndrome.
I have Demons as well. The Demons movies.
Oh, I just saw Demons for the first time. I
They're-
fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Like it's terrible movie, but it's fucking, like, it's awesome because, like, that black pimp guy.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
What is with that?
Yeah.
Like, we talk about the black pimp guy for a second.
Yes. Black
He's-
pimps. Done. Talked about.
1 second.
We're on time with that.
He's in Demons too, apparently, as, like, a personal trainer or something.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah. Apparently he has, like, a Facebook page, too. If you, like, look him up, he'll be your friend. No problem.
I could always use another friend.
Yeah. Especially him.
Remember Dead Alive?
Yeah. Great movie, that one.
AKA when Peter Jackson still knew how to direct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Brain Dead, I guess?
Yeah, it's the alternate, right?
Yeah. What is that, though? Is that Australian or,
It's
like,
New
European?
Zealand.
Okay. Yeah, because he's New Zealand.
Yeah.
He's a Kiwi, that's right.
That's right.
That movie's fantastic.
It is.
I've been meaning to watch it again forever, and I think I'm going to use Halloween as, like, the catalyst to watch a bunch of movies I haven't seen in a while. That's on the list.
We'll lend you a bunch, too.
Okay. Well,
We'll have to check
I'll-
out your collection to see.
I'll go shopping at some point as well.
Yeah, let's go shopping together.
Alright. That should be fun, actually. Get a bunch of horror movies I haven't seen, or haven't seen in a long time and don't know.
No, you gotta see that new, or it's not new, but Mother of Tears. It's fucking
Okay.
amazing. Everybody hates it, but
I'm trying to look it up right now, honestly, because I don't know very much about it. What's it about? That's
pretty-
somewhat
it-
recent, actually.
yeah, it's like 2007, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, yeah.
Well, it's like a sequel to Suspiria,
Oh, really?
just like Inferno.
Okay.
It's like in Suspiria. I don't know if they, but it's about like 3 witches that are sisters.
Okay.
Suspiria is about one of them. Then Inferno's about another one.
What you see does not exist, what you cannot see is truth.
Is that like a tagline for
yeah,
it?
that kind of doesn't make sense, but that's fine. IMDb is giving it 5 out of 10, but IMDb are retarded because they gave Space Jam like a 4 or something,
Space Jam, eh?
which is one of the greatest movies ever made.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Space Jam.
Yeah. You remember Space Jam.
Yes, I do.
Come on, Slam, if you want a jam.
Do you have that?
I don't. I can't find that. They need to make a Blu-ray release of that if they haven't. Wayne Knight was in it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like, it's just such a weird portrait of the times when Wayne Knight is in something you've done. Because, like, you just know that Jurassic Park came around that time, Third Rock from the Sun was going on around that time.
Yeah, Seinfeld still.
Seinfeld, yeah. 5.8 out of 10. They're obviously retarded.
Space Jam?
Yeah, like IMDb giving it 5.8 out of 10, they're retarded. So, their opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah. But you'll be hard pressed to find a good review for Mother of Tears.
Yeah,
That's why
like everybody hates it.
Yeah. People like,
So that means
I don't know,
I'll probably love it then.
yeah, I think it's like
Okay.
the greatest movie of the past decade.
Ooh, that's... Alright.
Oh, it is, man.
That's a tall order. The past decade, huh? Since 2002, this is the best movie.
Yeah,
Alright.
for sure.
I'm already disagreeing with you, but I haven't seen it yet, so I'll give it a shot.
You could hate it though. Like I'm pretty alone on it. Just be like, hey, you like Mother of Tears? People are like, yeah, if I liked watching my mom get butt raped.
Who doesn't like watching that?
Well, normal people, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
yeah.
That's why I watch Mother of Tears.
Are you gonna watch Halloween again this Halloween?
Probably, yeah.
It's just been a thing I've done every year, so
It's that one that needs to be watched.
it is.
I've got a couple of good Halloween ones that I like to watch now. So there's one from the 60s, Christopher Lee in it. It's called like Horror Hotel. It's great.
Christopher Lee was in a whole bunch of stuff, though.
I know.
Like all the Hammer films.
I know, I love the Hammer films.
The Hammer films are amazing. I don't own any of them, though. Which is like a travesty.
You can get a box set at HMV.
Can you?
Ones, yeah.
That's probably pretty cheap now, too.
Yeah, it's only like $30, I think.
I've been buying my DVDs when I do at just like pawn shops. Because they'll sell great stuff for $1.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I'm just gonna get like 50.
Yeah, exactly.
Why wouldn't I? Why don't I want Deep Blue Sea? Like, I think watching Samuel L. Jackson get eaten by that shark is worth $1. So I have to buy that. Or like, what the hell else is there? I never see Suicide Kings there.
Really?
I think everybody that buys that movie holds on to it.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good one. I haven't revisited it in probably like 10 years though.
I love that flick.
Mm.
Good one. Jay Moore, fucking Johnny Galecki.
Really? He was in that?
Yeah,
I think he was.
He was like the fucking one they like make fun of all the time.
Yeah, he was a pussy in it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Galecki.
Yeah, exactly. And Christopher Walken.
Oh yeah, how could I forget that game?
Wasn't Dennis Leary in it too? I'm trying to bring it up here. There's a whole bunch of really big talent in that, but...
Oh, I hate Dennis Leary so much.
Yeah, he was just kind of him in that too. He was just the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's all he can do.
Yeah, it's pretty much one note actor right there.
Yeah.
I hate him so much.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good in that movie, though. I like him in that movie. I just hate him so much.
I don't really...
It's entirely possible.
...know anybody else here, honestly. Okay, there's less star power than I remember in it. Sean Patrick Flannery's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's especially stuff.
That's kind of weird. Why did I always think that... What's his name was in it? No, he would have been too young. He probably wasn't even out of acting school yet. I'm trying to remember his name, and I can't right now. Bradley Cooper. I always thought that, like, that's a movie he would be in, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, now, especially. But at the time, I'm pretty sure he was still...
They might remake it, you know? Put him in there.
They couldn't remake Suicide Kings, I don't think. And if they did, they couldn't do a decent rendition of it. You need Walken.
Yeah, you do.
Because he just has that menacing aura about him.
Yeah, he can fuck with you like nobody's business.
Like, he just talks to you and you want to kill yourself. So.
It also has that guy that was in May. Jeremy.
Yeah, what the hell is his name? Cisco or whatever? Yeah. May was alright.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
It also had Anna Faris, if I remember.
Yeah.
As, like, her friend that thought, like, she was a lesbian and she, like, took her legs or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or arms. I can't
No,
remember.
it was her legs.
It was her legs?
Oh, wait, no. You're right. It was that, like... Yeah. It's like
it was
a girlfriend of the lesbian.
It was her friend at the vet clinic. I think. Polly was her name in it.
Wait, Anna Faris' name?
Yes.
That movie was hilarious. Remember, like, when all the little kids are, like, playing on the broken glass? All the little blind kids?
Yeah.
It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah. As blind kids are prone to be, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's a lot of vulnerability there.
Makes for good movies. It's fucking terrible. Oh, man. So, I have to watch that remake, though, of Friday the 13th. Like, I've owned it for...
Well, yeah, you gotta watch it sometime.
I've owned it since Blockbuster was still a thing.
Jesus.
So it's been a while.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So you bought it used?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
It was like $5.
Like, it's... I don't know. It's good the first time you watch it, for sure.
But, like, you wouldn't recommend rewatching any parts of it or anything like that?
Just, it's too slick for a Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah.
You can't hide that when you're doing it. It's like, wow, this shot's really well lit. What the fuck is going on?
Same with the Nightmare on Elm Streets. Like, there's something about the old 80s horror movies that when you try to recreate it, they just come off as disingenuous more than anything to like the source material.
Especially when you're using like CGI too.
Yeah. Like, I'm still not a huge fan of Rob Zombie's Halloween movies. I think they would be better if they were called anything other than Halloween. Then they would be fine. But
Agreed.
Just this whole, like, connection they have with the original series, or, like, the connection that you make in your mind because it's called Halloween and the main guy's name is Michael Myers, like, it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
And it never has. But if you take that part out, it's fine.
How would you feel about them like remaking it again?
Halloween?
Yeah.
Are they doing that?
I think so.
Why?
So I don't think you can follow up on Rob Zombies.
No, because they ended really weird.
Yeah.
I liked 2 a lot better than I liked 1.
Yeah, same here.
I have to say that, though.
But it was like so far removed from Halloween.
Well, it was a Rob Zombie movie. Like, it wasn't even a Halloween movie anymore.
Yeah.
It was essentially just like any other movie he would have done.
I just don't understand why he did have to change so much about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like for the first one, it's like you're changing the kid's age, but when he goes on a massacre, you're getting in all this irrelevant stuff.
I don't like that they explained it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Michael Myers was always more terrifying as the shadow that was killing people for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know why he's going after these random people. And then when they tried to kind of throw that whole plot in about, like, the curse or whatever, so he was trying to kill his whole bloodline.
Yeah.
Like, that's when it got silly in the actual series to begin with. That's why the first movie is still a classic, even among people that don't like horror movies that much. Because they can still recognize it for what it was, but the rest are kind of a joke.
Yeah, terrible joke. Especially like, Resurrection.
Resurrection, yeah. Was that the Busta Rhymes one?
Yeah.
Trick or treat, motherfucker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Classy. You just knew he would have a one-liner, too. Fucking Busta Rhymes. Ruining everything.
Yeah.
Is he still doing movies?
I don't think so. He might be.
I'm trying to look him up, but my autocorrect here doesn't like the word Busta.
Nobody likes that word anymore.
So it's just going busts rhyme over and over. So this is
with a question mark.
Bust rhyme? Bust a rhyme? Apparently he did a song on the Mean Girls soundtrack.
Oh, for him.
So he's more known for that than he is. Actually, he's well known for his soundtracks, apparently. He's also in Easy A, Fast and Furious, Blade 2.
For soundtracks?
Yeah.
Blade 2 was a good movie.
It wasn't bad. It's hard to live up to what they did in the first one, though, so I don't really blame them for pretty much failing critically.
Wait, people didn't like Blade 2?
A lot of people don't know.
I think it's the best one.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't remember a whole hell of a lot that goes on in it, to be completely honest. He was in Shaft.
Yeah, he was. He's like the Gabby or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Christian Bale was in Shaft, too.
What's that?
Christian Bale was in Shaft.
He was the racist white guy that started everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which kind of suits him?
Yeah, it does, I'd
Yeah.
say. I don't think Christian Bale's ever going to top American Psycho, though.
No.
Like, have fun trying, Christian Bale.
No, he won't. And, like, he's forgettable in Terminator because I always forget that movie exists, let alone that he's in it.
It wasn't even that bad of a movie. It was just kind of bland.
Yeah.
Nobody died.
I don't remember that movie very well. I remember the minefield set up around their, like, base of operations. I guess that part kind of stood out.
Yeah.
I don't remember why it stood out.
It's better than Terminator 3, though. Terminator 3 was not good.
Yeah. We don't talk about Terminator 3 in this household.
Yeah.
So I actually was looking up Christian Bale. That dude's been in a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been in some real big roles. So, like, even though American Psycho is probably my favorite of his, to say it's his best might be disingenuous to some of the stuff he's done.
Oh, no. It's
Like
his best role.
The Machinist was really good. Like, his role in that was pretty good.
Not as good as American Psycho, though.
Okay.
American Psycho.
I really like Reign of Fire, but I mean, no, it's not as good as American Psycho at all. I still like that movie. It was my first Blu-ray purchase, actually.
My ex-roommate really loved that movie too.
Mm.
I bought it for him. And the same day he bought it for himself.
Nice.
So it's like, well, now I have a copy of it.
Did you ever see the movie he did called Harsh Times?
No.
Okay, that movie's really stupid. Basically, he's a gangster. So, or like, he tries to pull off a gangster thing. Think a very similar look and style to Training Day.
Okay.
With like he's an ex-army guy that comes back and he's just trying to like eke out a living, but if I remember he has like a drug problem and blah blah blah, so he turns to like the gangster lifestyle and he's talking all gangsta.
Is Paul Walker in that too? Is that the one?
No, I don't know. I mean, I could probably look it up if I could find it here again. But like, Eva Longoria's in it.
Wasn't she in... Oh wait, no, she was in Traffic, wasn't she?
Traffic, yeah. What did you like better between Traffic and Blow? There is a right answer.
I haven't seen Traffic.
Okay.
What's the right answer, though?
Probably Traffic. I didn't really much care for Blow, personally, but...
Yeah.
It had some okay parts.
Didn't stick with me.
As Batman, he was okay.
Yeah.
The voice is ridiculous. Okay. He's a good Bruce Wayne. Because to say someone plays a good Batman is ridiculous because you're a guy in a suit.
Yeah.
Like, the character kind of plays itself when you're wearing the suit. Anything you do is what Batman would do.
Yeah.
So, like, I think you have to take it based on who plays the best Bruce Wayne. He doesn't play the best Bruce Wayne, though.
I think Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton still is the best Bruce Wayne, in my opinion. Val Kilmer does a really good job of it, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is surprising because, like, a lot of people hate that movie. But he still does a...
No, man, I even think George Clooney did an alright Bruce Wayne, but his Batman was just...
Well, the writing in that was terrible.
Yeah.
It was... I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to make it like the old campy style, because Batman, to begin with, is a ridiculous idea of a guy dressed like a bat fighting crime. It's stupid. Like, it's always been campy. It's been comic book
That's kind of what I hate about the new ones, is that...
How serious they go?
Way too serious.
What did you think of Dark Knight Rises, anyway?
I don't know. I'm like in the minority here, but I thought it was better than The Dark Knight.
It was better than The Dark Knight, for sure.
The Dark Knight only had Joker scenes. That, like, anything else kind of sucked, I thought.
And I still think... Oh my god, I can't remember the name. Mark Hamill is still the best Joker.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even, like, put on anything.
Yeah,
Just
agreed.
the voice and his style of, like, talking.
Yeah, he's the best.
It's perfect. He's completely
nailed it.
perfect in it.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger is not as good.
Not as good as that.
No.
I mean...
His Joker was still okay.
No, his Joker. I thought his Joker was great.
Like,
it was better than the movie. Like,
okay, yeah.
fucking, I don't know. I really don't like Christopher Nolan these days. I think he's a fucking douchebag director. That, like, Memento was really good. I haven't seen his Following, that movie Following, or Insomnia. I mean, I should probably check this out.
Insomnia's okay.
But yeah, then
Insomnia you can find for $1.
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah.
Actually, I just haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Yeah,
I thought Batman Begins is the best one out of those Batman movies. It's actually, like, has kind of a cartoon comic book feel to it still.
Right.
Like, with the way it's lit and stuff.
The Prestige is good.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to deny that.
Yeah.
Did you see The Illusionist?
No.
Okay. You should see that, too.
Just to compare the two?
No, it's just good. But I always kind of get parts of them mixed up in my head.
Yeah, they came out, like, the same year or two.
Whereas The Prestige takes a very more, like, well, what the fuck role. The Illusionist is like, wow, that guy's depressed.
Okay, gotcha.
But, yeah, so it's pretty good. And Edward Norton. So, I mean...
Edward Norton,
Like, what's he even doing now? Has he been in anything, like, worth mentioning? For a while, he was in everything.
Yeah, he was.
He was
I hear he's like,
the Joseph Gordon-Levitt of like the late 90s, early
Yeah.
2000s.
yeah, it's true. I hear he's like a bitch to work with though.
Just like
He'll
a
be like-
Nancy or something.
Yeah, and he'll be in the editing room like telling them how to edit it. And it's like, you're not an editor, Edward Norton.
That's Edward Norton.
Yeah,
What do you think of Liam Neeson?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm getting kind of sick of him. It's like,
What about Taken?
well, I haven't even seen that. I'm just sick of.
Okay, you should probably see Taken, because Taken 2 is coming out.
So they just take the girl again.
I don't even know. Like, I watched the trailer and I can't really understand what's going on. I think they take his whole family. Or
Jesus.
something. Yeah.
And he's in a lot of movies these days.
Just
That guy.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah,
That's who he'll always be to me, so...
same here.
So there's that, I guess. Did you see The Grey?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's another one you should probably see at some point. I wouldn't say it's urgent, but...
I heard he's like a badass in that or something. I heard he's just like a badass in every movie he's in.
Well, he
No.
was in Battleship.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that at all? No. I don't know if I could recommend it. It's stupid.
Dude, like Battleship.
Yeah.
I'd say it's fucking far away from that.
Oh, I was there day one. Opening
Really?
night. I was there. Yeah, for sure. I had to see how they would do the movie Battleship, and I had to see if they would do the grid, which they do. I had to see if they would actually, like, do it Battleship style where they call out numbers and whatnot, and they do. And I had to see if they said, "You sunk my battleship," which they kind of do. I think they say something like, "They just sunk our battleship," or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So, like, they were batting pretty high for me.
Gotcha.
And Rihanna was in it.
Okay. No.
And,
don't know that.
you know Vasquez?
Yeah.
That's
Jeanette Goldstein.
that's her role. She basically,
She's Vasquez.
she basically was Vasquez. She was just like what were they, Navy
Butch.
SEALs?
Yeah, I think they're in Battleship.
Yeah.
I think they are.
Navy SEAls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the only good board game movie I liked was Clue.
Clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clue is still really good.
It is. It's legitimately good.
But once you've seen it once, it's hard to, like, watch it with the same awe again, because
It is.
you know. So, like, whatever.
But I don't know. I put that movie on all the time still, like when I'm looking for something to fall asleep to or something.
I don't own that movie, but it's on TV enough that I just ended up watching it a couple of times.
Yeah, it's so good. So good.
Yeah.
They don't make them like that anymore.
I could have sworn there was a few other ones that they had licensed from, like, Hasbro, I guess? Or whoever does those board games. I can't remember what they are.
Like movies that came out already.
No, that are coming out.
Mm.
I could have sworn one was Guess Who.
But I think you're right.
Which would be stupid.
That'd be retarded. Yeah.
Like, I really hope they have some, like, digital, like, big projection screen or something, and there's a whole bunch of people.
And they just like knock them down.
Yeah, and then they're, like, asking someone, it's like, okay, so, you're our only witness. Like, was he bald? I really hope they go in that direction, but they probably wouldn't.
No.
Well, they might. I didn't think they would. I didn't think they would actually technically play Battleship in the movie Battleship, and they did. So,
I don't know, man. Hollywood's reaching these days. It's so bad.
the alien weaponry, like, that would actually, like, hit the ships in Battleship were shaped like the pegs.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, the small part would, like, fucking dig into the ship, and then the top part would explode.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, they threw in quite a few things there. And there was
Oh my God.
there was a crippled war vet at one part, and, like, a scientist guy that ends up doing a heroic thing. Like, it had every stereotypical thing in it, which kind of made it amazing. But the thing is, we went into it reading way too much into, like, how good the movie could be, so we kind of made it better in our minds,
I hear ya.
which is not good.
No.
Because that movie doesn't deserve anything. Because we were just like, oh, this is just like a commentary on, like, sending stuff out into space and blah 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 and shit that could happen. It's like, no, this is just a stupid movie with aliens that attack. You shouldn't be thinking into this.
What was it rated? PG-13?
I think it was PG-13. I think they had one swear in there.
Really?
But
Actually, they were swearing.
and there's another part where, like, there's this old decrepit battleship, but since their fleet was all knocked out, they had to use it. And there's all these old war vets there, and they help them out. And AC/DC's playing while a montage goes on of them getting the ship ready. Like, it's... Everything about it is perfect in the sense that you want it to be, but at the same time you don't want that in a movie that you paid for. So, like, I don't know what to think of it, really. Like, it's kind of amazing how much crap they fit in there to make it an enjoyable experience, just not a good one. Like, I think it's Thunderstruck that plays, too. Just
of course.
Yeah, it's the stupidest song they could have picked, and they totally went with it. But you almost have to give them points for going that far. So I don't know how I feel about it, to be completely honest. I won't be buying it. It might be a $1 movie.
Yeah, one of those.
A $1 movie, yeah.
You ever see, like, any other John Carpenter movies? Like, They Live?
They Live. Which one is that? Is that the sunglasses? Yeah, of course. That's amazing.
It's so good. It's fucking incredible.
Wasn't that Rowdy Rodney Piper in that one? Nice.
You bet your ass it was.
He put on the sunglasses, and he could see how things really were. Like the advertisement that just says "obey."
Yeah.
In like really.
Well, like everything's like subliminal. Like
yeah.
The money.
Which is basically our future with Apple.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, it's like pretty much how it is
already.
Yeah, it's disturbingly accurate kind of movie.
Yeah.
For its time.
What was it, like 70s or something?
80s, late 80s.
It was 80s?
I think it was like 88 or something.
Okay.
You ever see Prince of Darkness?
No, I haven't.
Okay, you gotta check that out.
Prince of Darkness, okay.
John Carpenter as well.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Vampires.
I like vampires.
Vampires got more hate than I think it deserved.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people hated that movie.
No, I just had like a John Carpenter marathon like last year. We watched... What did we watch? I think we watched The Thing. I think we watched Big Trouble in Little China.
His remake of The Thing is still one of the best remakes.
I'd say, yeah, but hands down best remake.
Have you seen the new Thing?
No, I bought it, but...
Oh, I guess it would be out. It came out like last year.
Uh-huh.
I've been meaning to see it because I kind of love Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
She ain't bad, man. Like she's not a bad actress. It's good to look at.
Yeah,
but
she was Ramona. So Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, that movie!
I love that movie. It's still one of my favorites.
That movie.
Did you? What did you hate about it?
Just everything.
What did you think of Kick-Ass?
I don't know. I really liked it the first time, but every time after
it got a little grating.
Yeah.
Every time after, there's still certain parts that are pretty good, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, like everything else in between the good parts gets a little annoying.
Like, I really like Nicolas Cage in that movie. I think Nicolas Cage is a great actor when he wants to be. I think he's like one of the best. But
he totally is the best.
Yeah.
Like, I unironically love him. Like, if he's in a movie, I have to see it. Because I have to see which Nicolas Cage shows up.
Yeah, there's lots of him.
There's lots of Nicolas Cages.
You ever see Bad Lieutenant?
2?
Yeah.
Port of Call New Orleans? Or whatever?
That movie is amazing.
Yeah, that movie disturbs me.
Doesn't it?
There's some weird parts in that movie.
It's amazing, though. Like
the whole part where he just, like, busts that guy for weed and then, like, fucks his girlfriend in front of him.
He busts them for crack. And then he, like, fucking smokes it. And he fucks his girlfriend. It's fucking... Like, that's a bad lieutenant right there, man.
Yeah, like,
he's just bad dude.
He's just a dick.
When he fucking, like, goes to the nursing home and, like, he's gonna kill, like, the old lady to get information.
Yeah.
And I just like how his speech... Like, the way he talks by the end of the movie, he's just gradually, like, gets more and more slurred and fucked up because he's, like, doesn't sleep and he's just on more and more drugs, so it's just, I don't know, it's like, that's brilliant acting.
And even the visual style of the movie starts, like, getting all wonky.
Yeah.
And it keeps cutting to that, like, Gila monster or whatever, walking around in the desert because he's at a crime scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all, like, weird and fucked up.
I mean, he, like, walks into the stakeout room, and there's, what are these iguanas doing there? And Val Kilmer's like, what iguanas?
Yeah.
Fucking iguana right there. And then, like, goes into, like, a musical montage of these iguanas.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Like, that movie's fantastic.
Yeah, it's...
But then the thing is, like, have you seen Adaptation? Okay, so, like, when he wants to act, he is an A-class actor.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he's fantastic. He's really good. In that movie, he plays himself twice. Not himself, sorry. He plays, what's his name? What's that writer's name? Kaufman's the last name.
Yeah, I always forget his first name.
Because there's so many of them. Charlie Kaufman.
Yeah.
And his, like, twin brother, Donald Kaufman, who's, like, one of them's just kind of, like, a fuck-up or whatever, that just, like, tries this writing thing, but he writes a, like, action movie or something, so everybody loves it. And then, like, Charlie's an actual, like, intellectual writer, but, like,
it doesn't get picked up or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
He ends up writing a movie about, like, a book about flowers or something like that. And, like, it's just... Everything just goes so weird and wrong for him. It's fucking amazing.
I bought that movie once and somebody borrowed it.
And just, like, never brought it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did really want to see it.
It is really good. And, like, of course, Face Off.
Yeah, Con Air.
Con Air.
You ever see Wild at Heart?
I never did see Wild at Heart.
See that? He's really good in that.
I've been meaning to watch Vampire's Kiss for the last year as well.
What's that, like an 80s one?
That is, I'm trying to look it up right now, but, like, I don't know if you know, he's been in a lot of stuff. So, I'm going through a lot of stuff. 88.
Yeah, okay. I've
But,
heard of that.
Yeah, like, any screenshot you see of him doing weird, like, eyes or, like, doing weird facial expressions, that's from that movie. And apparently the reason for that is because they told him to, or, I don't know if they told him or he wanted to. He just, like, wanted to act like pretending, like, if you had the sound down, he wanted to act like the old silent film era things.
Yeah.
So everything was grandiose and crazy, like, every time he was on screen.
Okay, I want to see this now.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like the good Nicolas Cage right there.
That's the Nicolas Cage you want.
Yeah.
If you can't get, like, the Oscar quality Nicolas Cage, you want the completely batshit out of his mind Nicolas Cage.
I just hate how many movies he's, like, really, like, done that just slip by, like, like, Knowing, and Next, and...
I heard Next was bad, though. Because the
yeah.
Nicolas Cage that showed up to that was just apathetic.
Yeah.
He was just kind of doing it for a paycheck. Which, I mean,
Yeah.
makes sense because the dude buys castles. That's why he's broke. That's why he's
He
in
bought castles.
That's why he's in movies. Apparently he's really bad with money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he doesn't save it at all. Instead, he's just like, no, I'm gonna buy castles. And he, like, bought a castle. So, like...
That's fucking amazing.
Like, he just spends it on the weirdest shit. You know those, like, trilobites? Those, like, fossilized crab things and rocks? He just, like, apparently will buy a full auction out of those. Because he collects them. So, like, he buys the dumbest shit, which is kind of amazing.
So he has to do all these fucking movies.
Mm-hmm. And he does okay. Like, he does a lot of movies. He's done, like, at least 2 movies every year for the last while.
Yeah.
So, he's not hurting or anything. I still haven't seen any of the National Treasure movies, though.
Oh, those look fucking awful.
And the remake of Wicker Man wasn't good. I don't like it.
I've just seen, like, funny trailers they make online of it and stuff.
You know how, like, the first movie, besides having, what's his name? Christopher Lee, and he's amazing in it.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is about a cult? Or
Yeah, they're
it's
like pagan cult.
a pagan cult, yeah. This is more just like a feminist cult. Which,
No.
yeah. And
they make, like, honey or
honey,
something, yeah.
yeah. Honey's the big thing.
And he's allergic to bees.
Yeah.
So they, like, sting him a bunch before they burn him alive.
They put him in the Wicker Man, and they fill it with bees, and then they burn it.
Ah.
Yeah. Because, like, why not? I
Yeah.
guess. It's...
Let's just add a bunch of shit to the fucking ending. I don't fucking... They just came out with a sequel to The Wicker Man, the original.
Really?
Yeah, it's called The Wicker Tree. Kind of want to see it. It's done by this
Wicker
guy that
Tree?
did the. Yeah, it's done by the guy that did the first one.
Oh, so it's probably going to be good then.
I think so. I just haven't heard anything about it.
What did you think of Rosemary's Baby?
I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
Just everything about that fucking movie, man. It's creepy as shit.
I could see why people don't like it. Because I mean, they're wrong.
Yeah,
obviously.
I'd say so.
But I could see why, because it's one of those movies that, like, you literally are sitting there with nothing for, like, 2.5 hours for the 5-minute payoff at the end. That's terrifyingly disturbing.
But just so creepy the entire time, though. Like
it
starts out.
about it.
Yeah, it starts out innocently enough, but like, I don't know, like the neighbors are so fucking nosy and just creepy throughout. And
Did they ever remake that one?
no, I think they're planning on it.
Like, I don't know how you would do that and have the same effect. Because I think people already kind of know Rosemary's Baby. Like, they have an idea of what...
Well, it's kind of like a...
It's been in pulp culture enough.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think they could have the same
that movie is
effect.
fucking incredible. Like, can't get over how good that movie is.
Yeah.
And just the score in it. Like, the guy that did the score for that died after the movie came out.
That's fucking creepy.
Yeah, it's got like a head injury or something. Brain hemorrhage on skiing.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's...
And that building that they shot the movie outside of,
Yeah.
that's where John Lennon was shot in front of, right?
Right. Okay.
But then, it's kind of weird because, you know, John Lennon and the Beatles inspired Charles Manson, and he killed Roman Polanski's wife at their house. And then, I don't know, it's just kind of like weird synchronicity where it's like, he shot the movie at that apartment building, Charles Manson killed Sharon Tate and like his kid and shit. Then like 12 years later, whatever, John Lennon's staying in that same place and then he gets shot in front of it. It's kind of like...
It's just kind of like a weird place.
Yeah.
So, like, I should probably go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so creepy, dude.
I've still been wanting to go to the... What the hell is it? The haunted, supposedly haunted, abandoned hospital in Edmonton.
I've been outside of it.
What is it? The Charles Mansell?
Charles Clamsell.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But you can get like in big trouble now.
Yeah, there's videos online of kids breaking in.
Yeah.
But hey, if you're interested in that place, I got a number from the gate. Kind of want to call the city of Edmonton and see if like they'll let us go in because they like ghost tours in there all the time.
Yeah.
So I really want to go in there.
I don't think going in is an issue with them because like they don't mind if you go in. They don't want kids sneaking in there and like dying,
getting hurt.
Yeah, because there's like apparently still a lot of broken glass and like broken.
Oh, dude, it's like
it's completely dilapidated inside.
Well, actually, me and my dad and my grandparents went by there this one time.
Yeah.
And the gate was open, so we drove up to like there's a construction crew there.
Yeah.
And we asked them what was going on with it, and apparently they're converting it all into. They're not tearing it down. They're just going inside.
Yeah.
Doing like renovations.
Yeah.
Turning it into like a old folks home.
Oh, great. So like we have to go there before that happens.
Yes,
for sure.
Have you? Well, I drive past every time I'm in Edmonton too. So
where is it?
It's right. Okay, you know Grout Road.
Okay, it's
like
yeah.
When you're going into St. Albert, you know, like right when Grout Road ends and starts in St. Albert's Road, there's that traffic circle.
Yep.
You just go off Grout Road and go east.
So it's on Kingsway?
No. Well, okay, wait. So traffic circle, Grout Road.
Okay.
You have like residential area here, right? It just like extends out. You have like a main drag here with gas stations and shit. I don't know what this road's called, but this is Grout.
Yeah.
So you get off, and then you just gotta like come into the residential.
Yeah.
And
it's just
a few blocks in. Yeah. It's like right in the middle of a residential.
Next time I'm
fucking
there,
creepy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. We should get a permit and go in there and get some video.
I really want to.
Yeah.
Like I really want to.
I think that would be a good day trip.
I'm getting sick. The last time we were there was in July.
Yeah.
And me and Sonia took like some acid and went to the mall.
Yeah. All right.
And then we left the mall.
Yeah.
I really wanted to like
Go there?
go out and do something, so we went. Well, first we went to the Parliament grounds,
Yeah.
and then we got tickets for riding the subway without fucking a ticket. So that sucked. So you're like tweaking on acid, and there's like cops giving you a ticket, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was just like, when we were driving back to the hotel, which was near Westhead,
Yeah.
I just like took the detour on Grout, and it was just so creepy, like looking around that place.
Yeah.
When you're
Just
all
like, oh, I'm
fucked
not
up.
prepared for this right now.
Yeah.
I gotta come back.
But like, I don't know, I think the acid was what really made me. I'm like, I gotta stop doing this. I just come here every time, stare at it from behind a fence,
And then leave.
Yeah, it's
creeped
like,
out for 3 hours
yeah, I'm
as I
either
drive
gonna
home.
break in,
Yeah.
or I'm gonna get the permission.
Yeah.
I think
permission's the way to go
yeah.
with that one.
But I think if you're gonna break in, what you'd want to do is during a weekday
Yeah.
at 1 a.m, because kids,
Yeah.
that's not when they get caught. They get caught because they go in during the daytime.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
and it's in the middle of a residential area, right? So, like, it's just this big, huge, like, couple of square blocks, like, area, and the hospital's, like, in the middle of it, so people can see you walking up to it, right?
Oh, yeah.
From their
okay.
houses.
Yeah.
So you'd have to pick, like, the side.
Yeah.
Because there's on one side there's, like, a school, so it's just a big field, so you'd want to break in on that side.
Right.
But, yeah, no, we gotta do it.
Yeah,
That's all
I think
gotta
so.
say.
Yeah, that would be good, I think. And then we'll, like, wear a creepy mask or something.
Have you seen the pictures online of
I
that
have.
place? Like that one guy that went in there and took the like creepiest fucking pictures
Yeah.
in the world? Yeah.
I have. That's what makes me want to go.
It's like session 9. Right there.
Yeah.
How do I make more tea?
Just, like, lift the handle thing up and then close it again so it registers that, like, you're putting a new thing in. Yeah, and then down again. And then just the one that looks like the bigger cup. That's it.
Do I know something crazy about session 9?
Huh.
The place where that set, like that hospital was,
Yeah.
Danvers,
Yep.
that used to be Salem, Massachusetts or some shit like that.
Okay.
So it used to be like the site of the witch burnings.
Oh,
Danvers. Like, I don't know, it's really weird.
weird. Yeah.
It's like,
I remember-
they changed the name and built them fucking mental hospital on top of it. That's creepy as fuck. That's not right. Session 9 is an amazing movie too. I really want to see that again. I haven't seen it in years. David Caruso's one good acting gig.
Yeah.
Except for when he's like... Except for when the camera zooms up on him.
Yeah,
It's like, fuck you.
that's so bad.
Yeah.
That shot to begin with was done so corny, though, there was no way to make it okay.
Yeah.
So I don't completely blame him.
Like,
But-
even Christian Bale couldn't have made that good, but...
Yeah. But, like, the fact that it was David Caruso just makes it that much worse.
Yeah.
We were obsessed with that movie for a while. Like,
yeah, man.
I
The
think
movie's-
that was when you first moved to Airdrie.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think that was like in grade 10 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's such an amazing movie. Like, I just think that director needs to,
Do some more stuff?
up his fucking game, because
Yeah.
The Machinist was good, but not as good as that.
Did you ever see The Ninth Gate?
You know what's funny about that movie?
A lot of things.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a comedy.
Well, when I was in Edmonton, staying like in downtown with Sonia,
Yeah.
every time we were in the hotel room,
Mm-hmm.
we'd like turn on the TV and that fucking movie was on.
Yeah.
So I just saw the beginning and the ending,
Okay.
like at least 4 times.
Oh,
And, like, there's
gross.
actually I've never seen the ending, but I've seen
Like the last couple
yeah.
minutes.
It's a really interesting movie. Though.
Have you... So you haven't seen it full through?
Right. I haven't seen the
Okay.
ending.
That's a lot like Rosemary's Baby, because being a Polanski film to begin with, it's a real slow burn with
Yeah.
very little payoff, but the little payoff makes the rest of it worth it.
yeah.
So it's one of those movies you should watch all the way through.
Well, I really want to see it because I like
but the
what I
fact
see.
that you've seen the beginning and the end is kind of shitty.
Well, I don't know. Like the funny thing about that movie though is that every time it was on TV,
Yeah.
I would watch it. I'm like, I really like this movie because
Yeah.
it's just very bizarre.
Yeah.
It's like kind of a classy movie.
It is, for sure.
Like, it's ridiculous and everything. Like, when that fucking woman's, like, beating him up and stuff, like, it's stupid, but it's, like, it's still classy. So it sucks that they finally fucking got Polanski.
Oh, they caught him?
Yeah.
What did he do, come to the States?
No, I think they just fucking extradited him or some shit. Like, it seemed pretty sneaky what they did to me to get him.
That guy does really good movies. I've been meaning, like, I have The Ghostwriter on my PVR for, like, the last year now, and I still haven't seen it, and I feel bad about that, but I'm really looking forward to that. So that should be good, but...
Have you ever seen The Fearless Vampire Killers?
I haven't, no.
Watch that.
Yeah?
It's kind of slow to begin with, but it's, like, kind of a... It's got a really good gothic atmosphere.
Okay.
Like, it almost does it even better than, like, Hammer films.
Oh, weird. Okay.
It's a parody of that, too, but they do it really well.
Oh, weird.
And Sharon Tate's in it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, you fucking died horribly.
Did you like The Pianist?
I've never seen that.
Okay, that's really good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that Polanski?
It is, yeah. That movie is disturbing for reasons that are too real.
Okay, I'm gonna have to see it now.
Yeah, like the whole, like, Nazi thing. Just because, like, you know what's about to happen, right? Because it shows, like, the life of a piano player, a Jewish piano player in, I think it was Berlin, at the time that the Nazi uprising started. But so, like, it's just weird because the whole beginning of it is kind of slow, and, like, he's just doing his thing, and then they start implementing these weird rules, like no Jews are allowed in this cafe, or just, like, little things like that. Mm-hmm. And then, like, the whole time you're just yelling at your TV going, like, oh, dude, it's gonna get so bad, you don't even know, you gotta get out of there. But, like, it just turns so horrible, and then there's one really great part around the end, and then after that, it's just, like, the downturn, or the calm down after everything.
Yeah, the denouement, or whatever they call it.
When, the, like, liberation and all that sort of thing. It's just really kind of gut-wrenching, and I think it has everything to do with the fact that this shit actually happened. Probably not to, like, these people probably didn't exist. They might have. I think, like, the dude actually did exist, but, like, this probably didn't happen verbatim. Yeah. But, like, yeah, I don't know. There's something really disturbing about that sort of thing.
Well, that's Polanski for you, though.
Yeah.
Just takes, like, subject matter and just makes it really fucked up. Like Chinatown, for example.
Or, like Rango. Rango is Chinatown.
What's Rango?
The movie Industrial Light and Magic did when they started doing, they started getting into the whole animated, like, Pixar-type movie.
Wait, is that the one with Johnny Depp?
As the...
Gecko?
Chameleon, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like...
Wait, you're saying that's like Chinatown?
It's Chinatown. It's the exact same plot, basically. Like,
Weird.
He rolls into this town, and everybody thinks he's this badass because he's created this image of himself so he can, like, stay there or, like, find how to get home or whatever. And he finds out that, like, the mayor is stealing the water of the town. Like, it's the same thing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So it's a Western. It's Western Chinatown done with animated or anthropomorphized creatures.
I love that word.
Yeah. So it has that going for it, and it's just kind of charming anyway.
Did he direct that? Who directed that? Do you know?
I don't know who directed that. No.
That'd be funny if it was Roman Polanski doing like an animated feature.
I don't think so, but they do have like a callback. It's the movie. Like, it is basically a Pixar movie type thing, like animation, for people that love movies, because there's a lot of callbacks to other movies.
Yeah, I saw the beginning of it, and then they fucking throw in Fear and Loathing.
Fear and Loathing at the very beginning. There's a few other parts. There's a part that just, like, straight up, he has a hallucination and is talking to the man with no name, the Clint Eastwood famous cult character, because it's set in, like, a desert. Like, there's so many little nuances that make it a movie buff's movie that it's fantastic.
And it was like a kid's movie. So when these kids grow up, they're gonna be like, oh, that's what fucking Rango is talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So they don't actually know it right now, but they're being educated.
Mm-hmm.
It's film school for kids, I guess.
It'd be hilarious.
And Johnny Depp does okay in it, as just a voice actor. I'm not used to seeing him as just a voice actor in a lot of stuff, so it was kind of neat, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, is that his only voice acting? No, he has to have done some other stuff. I guess he's done, like, the Tim Burton stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I was watching, like, a...
Corpse Bride and shit like that.
I was watching a deep sea, like, IMAX thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And him and Kate Winslet, like, did the voiceovers for it. It's kind of, like, fucking weird, actually.
I'm trying to find... Oh, the director, of course, was Gore Verbinski.
Oh.
Yeah. So, there you go. Pirates of the Caribbean guy goes Rango. But yeah, there's a lot of, like, kind of weird people they have in it, too. Like, Isla Fisher is the voice of someone. Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, I love Timothy Oliphant.
I know, that guy's amazing. Maybe not in Hitman, but that isn't his fault. They just did a weird casting choice for Hitman.
But everything else he's in is golden.
Like, why didn't they just get Jason Statham? Because that is Hitman.
Yeah.
Maybe the accent?
Yeah, but, like, Timothy Oliphant didn't have... Yeah, he did not... Like, I don't know, he was alright in it, but that wasn't Agent 47. They're watching the show Deadwood.
I saw one episode of it, and I really like it.
It's fucking great.
Yeah. How many seasons of
very...
They ended that, right?
Yeah, it got cancelled.
Oh, shitty.
Like, they didn't end it, they just got cancelled.
Shitty. That's the worst thing when that happens.
Yeah, it's like a brutal show, though. Like, it's really good, though. There's a lot going on in it.
Oh, okay.
You have to pay attention to what's going on, like what people are saying or how they're saying it. It's, I don't know, it's just a very, very good show. I've only seen, like, 4 episodes.
Do you ever see The Unforgiven? That's a really good movie. I don't know why that came into my mind. I guess just Clint Eastwood.
Western.
Because, like, Clint Eastwood's gonna die soon, probably.
Uh-huh.
I was having this discussion with another friend of mine, and how it's weird to think that everybody in the Expendables will die within roughly 5 to 10 years of each other, because they're all roughly the same age, from the same era.
Yeah.
So that's really weird, except for, like, Terry Crews. He's probably good for, like, probably at least another 30 to 40 years.
Yeah. How old's Jason Statham? Was he that?
Oh, Jason Statham, too.
There's a couple of people that I think...
Well, like, in the new one, there's... Well, I mean, in the other one, too, but there's more... They do more in this. Like, there's Bruce Willis, there's Arnie, Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren. Like, they're all gonna die pretty... within the same couple years. And that's kind of depressing, because, like, Clint Eastwood's part of that, too. Samuel L. Jackson might even be part of that. Like, he's pretty old. Morgan Freeman is coming really close.
Jack Nicholson, too.
Jack Nicholson. Like, there's so many people from that era that were amazing actors that will be nothing in a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about that, because there's really no one to take up that torch these days.
No, there isn't.
Like, even Vin Diesel, who was the closest to becoming, like, the late 90s version of, like, a shitty 80s action star, he's kind of fallen off the grid. Yeah,
he has.
Besides the Fast and Furious movies,
he's got a new Chronicles of Riddick coming out.
Does he?
Yeah. You ever play the video game of that?
I heard it's great.
It's so good.
Which one, Dark Athena or whatever?
That one's great, too.
Or Butcher Bay?
They're both good.
Okay.
I haven't beat either one of them, but I really like Dark Athena, actually.
Those games are, like, selling for, like, $5.
Yeah, pick them up, man.
I should.
It's like I think they're both on one disc.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're really good.
Okay.
It made me really like Vin Diesel a lot. I was like, he's a good actor.
He's okay. The movies they have him in are the late 90s versions akin to shitty 80s action flicks, so I'm okay with that.
No, exactly. But he's like, he's charismatic and everything.
Yeah.
Got a good voice.
Like, Triple X was terrible.
I never saw it.
That's not his fault. Because he was just, like, he did all he could with it. I think his character was just annoying.
Yeah. Well, he's like an extreme sports enthusiast, wasn't he?
And, like, he loved video games. Like, he was just everything you kind of hate in a character.
Yeah.
Put in as, like, a James Bond type character where he's supposed to be taking down this huge thing.
He wasn't in part 2. Did it come out with part 3?
I'm not sure if they did. It was totally straight to DVD without like anybody.
I remember hearing like there's like a XXX 3.
A 3-pack.
And it was called, no, it was like called The Return of Vin Diesel character's name. I forget what his name was. Like Xander or some shit. Sanders.
Something Xander. I think Xander was his last name. I'm only coming up with 2. State of the Union had Ice Cube as their XXX.
Yeah.
So that was kind of weird. Xander Cage was his name. And I had forgotten, but Asia Argento, just as a callback there, she's in that movie too. Man, that movie is old now. That's 10 years old.
Was it 2002?
2002.
Oh.
It feels like just yesterday. It doesn't at all. It feels like a long time ago, honestly.
Yeah, the world's changed.
But
Think
like,
of how many remakes they've made since that movie came out. Holy fuck.
who else is there to take the, like, action? Like, the big stars you have now, I don't think Joseph Gordon-Levitt can fill that role.
Oh, and I'm getting so sick of him, too. He's even been around for that long.
Yeah,
It's
he's
like,
alright.
fuck off.
I can't remember what he was in that really was... I was just like, yeah, this guy. I can't remember what movie that was now.
Was it Inception?
Like,
I really liked him in Inception.
Maybe? But that seems a little too obvious.
Was it Halloween H2O? No.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he's like the opening kill.
Oh, really?
It's funny.
Oh no, like, he's done some okay stuff. I guess, like, that he started getting his break with that 500 Days of Summer.
I never saw that. I thought that looked so boring.
That was like the movie that really kind of brought him out of obscurity, I think. Like, I'm just looking at some... Brick was really good.
I've seen some of Brick.
Yeah.
It's like really weird.
Just kind of like a film noir style, almost like detective movie set with teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Very novel idea there.
Yeah. Havoc he was in.
No, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. That movie also has Anne Hathaway, and she goes topless in it.
Oh, really?
So that's why people know that movie.
Yeah.
And it's really stupid. It is really, really bad. I'm thinking Inception is probably the one. Because, like, he was in 50-50, and he did a good job in 50-50, but that's not, like, a starring, like, a movie that brought him out of obscurity. So, he actually hasn't been in a lot of huge things. You just hear a lot about him these days.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
Premium Rush. I do want to see Looper pretty bad. I think that
Yeah,
comes
him
out
and
this
Bruce
weekend.
Willis.
Yeah. They kind of do look like like an older version of the same guy.
A bit, yeah.
So, it works out, which is kind of weird, but he can't fill the Bruce Willis role,
No.
like, in film history at all.
Bruce Willis is like the weirdest fucking actor to me. Like, his career's gone everywhere.
And apparently he's just kind of a dick to work with.
Yeah?
Like, he's kind of hard to work with, apparently.
I kind of believe that.
Yeah. Because I know Kevin Smith, when he was directing him in
Cop-Out?
Cop-Out, he was saying he had quite a few issues with him.
Oh, fuck Kevin Smith. Like,
Yeah.
pretty sure it's because his script was terrible.
It wasn't his script, though.
It wasn't?
He didn't write Cop-Out, he was just directing it. And yes, it was terrible. That movie is really bad, and the people they have behind it is kind of weird. Like, Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, yeah.
Who fucking cares about Tracy Morgan as
Who
one
is
of the
the other
lead
guy?
roles? In that?
Yeah.
Well, it was Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis as the main guys. Why do I want to say Sean William Scott was one of the guys in it? I'm pretty sure he was.
I think he was, too.
Yeah. That movie's really bad. Did you see Red State?
No, I really want to, though, but...
It's okay. It kind of... I don't know how I feel about that movie, because there are parts about it that are really good, but at the same time there's a lot in it I think he could have done to make it better, that he didn't go full out with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. That's what
Which
I
is
hear.
kind of Kevin Smith's MO.
I hate Kevin Smith these days. I think he's like...
That guy talks too much.
Yes. He fucking, like, tapes himself talking.
Well, that's his job now.
I know, like...
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know, he's just the stupidest guy. He's like, he'll talk shit about other people's movies, but then if anybody talks shit about his, he like fucking literally cries about it.
Yeah.
He's such a fucking douchebag.
And it's always funny because he does bring up the whole like Twitter thing about how he has 1 million followers or something, but then like Lady Gaga has 21 million. So I mean,
but when you're like busting out like your Twitter following to try and get like credibility, that means that like you don't have any.
Like pretty much.
Like
I just love the fact that Lady Gaga is in that world more important. But then again, at the same time, Kim Kardashian is too, and I don't know how I feel about that, because I'd probably take Kevin Smith over Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I would.
Because at least he's made movies.
Yeah.
Movies which I like, too. Like Clerks. Clerks is still fantastic.
Clerks is good.
Clerks 2 is still okay, too.
It is, but...
As you watch it more, it starts to grate on you pretty bad.
It does, yeah.
But...
first time I saw it, though, I was like, fuck yeah.
Mallrats is okay. I throw it on when I'm doing other stuff. It's just kind of a background movie for me.
It reminds me of, like, late junior high, you know?
Yeah. Chasing Amy is fantastic. That's still the best movie he should aspire to try to recreate at some point.
Yeah.
But I don't think he ever will.
No.
And even Jersey Girl.
I never saw that.
Jersey Girl had heart in it, which is something you don't see in a lot of his movies at that time, because they were a lot about just cashing in on the Jay and Bob thing and basically making big movies with your friends.
Yeah.
Jersey Girl actually felt like it had a reason and like a story behind it, which is kind of nice. And the weird thing is, like, even though it focuses a lot on Ben Affleck and his daughter, quote unquote, in the movie, the real relationship in that movie is between George Carlin as his father and Ben Affleck. Like, that relationship is really solid that they built there.
George Carlin's in that?
Yeah, he acts as the father or the grandpa to the little girl.
George Carlin.
Yeah, and Liv Tyler's okay in it. She's kind of like a kooky video store clerk girl. And Jennifer Lopez dies. Will Smith has a cameo in it. Like, it's
Will Smith?
Yeah.
Weird.
It's actually like a pretty solid movie. I think it gets a lot of hate because the people that go to see a Kevin Smith movie go to see it for one reason, and he didn't give them that in that one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to check this out.
Yeah. And like, that movie was really hard for me to find. There are very few copies of that I've found in, like, I don't know why you would think that would be a pawn shop movie, but like, I'm pretty sure I paid full price in like a Music World or something, or like one of these older places.
Yeah.
Because no place fucking has it. And you would think if people hated it so much, why wouldn't they be in a pawn shop for $1?
Get rid of them.
Yeah. Maybe just nobody bought it to begin with.
I don't think anybody did.
Yeah. It's kind of too bad. Dogma was okay too.
Yeah. I don't know, even Jay and Silent Bob, like, it's fucking retarded.
For what it was fun. But, like, it's not a movie you would sit down and watch. Okay, arguably, we did sit down and watch that a few too many times.
Uh-huh.
I think that might have been because of David. Because he loved that movie.
Yeah, he's obsessed.
So, like, I mean, that's okay, I guess. But we probably gave that more play than it deserved.
Yeah. For
sure. And that probably tired us out a little bit on Kevin Smith to begin with.
Oh, I just think, like you say, though, Kevin Smith needs to shut up in his, like, private life.
Yeah. I'm sure his wife would appreciate it, too.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to like that whole thing. And, I guess if it pays the bills, she probably loves it, because she doesn't have to get a job. And people apparently pay to go
he's,
see
like,
him live.
retired now, right?
He's making one more movie called Hit Somebody, based on, like, a hockey movie sort of thing, because he always wanted to do a hockey movie.
Is that on the Philadelphia Flyers?
Like, you would think so, because of the whole, like, Philly Bruiser thing they had going and stuff like that, especially with the title Hit Somebody.
Yeah.
I think, like, I'm pretty sure he's shooting it maybe in the northern states there. I think it's I don't know if it's about the Flyers. I think it follows a kid, like the underdog sort of thing, going from just like Pee-wee hockey sort of thing and then being thrown into the major leagues.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, it could be okay, I guess. The fact that it doesn't have Jay and Silent Bob in it is a huge plus for me.
Yeah.
I am sick of those characters.
I think Rob Zombie's doing a movie on the Philadelphia Flyers.
That's weird.
That's what I heard.
That is weird, but that could be interesting.
Yeah, it could be. I really want to see his new one.
Which one's that?
Lords of Salem.
Oh, yeah.
I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah. What do you think of the Paranormal Activity movies?
Oh, I think they're shit.
And how they're coming out every Halloween now?
I think we could do a lot better for a Halloween annual release than
I think even Saw was better. Because, like, it was just gore porn. But that's fine for Halloween. Like, the first Paranormal Activity was fine.
It had some frightening parts.
Even the second one.
I've never seen anything.
The second one had legitimate... The third one, they messed up real bad with the ending of the third one. I would suggest watching it if you ever have time and kind of want to, because they do some weird shit I don't know how they're going to recover from that one. They kind of... Like, I don't know how they're going to do the fourth one, so now I kind of have to see the fourth one.
Okay,
just based on that. And I think they might have planned that, and that's a little sinister.
Yes.
Because they probably sold a ticket with me just wondering how they're going to accomplish whatever they're doing with this next one. Like, if it's the same people, that doesn't make any sense. I'll just say that right away. So, they kind of wrote themselves into a corner with the way they ended the third one.
Have you seen, Insidious?
You know, the laptop I'm sitting right in front of has it on it, and has had it on it since it came out on video, but I have not.
You should watch it.
I heard it loses a lot of quality in the last act.
Yeah, just watch it.
When they show the actual thing. Apparently that's the worst thing ever.
I don't know, it's a I think James Wan is kind of a douchebag.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, that movie, like, does some things really good.
Mm-hmm.
Sets it up really well. And then it just fucking... Yeah, the last bit of it is a complete fucking mess. Like, just retarded. Like, just watch it sometime. So you can be like, that's what everybody's talking about. He fucking drops the ball.
Something about a dancing monster?
Actually, that part's kind of scary.
Okay.
Like, that's what I mean. It's like, if he was a bit more restrained in his approach to the subject matter, or like how he's showing it,
yeah,
it would have been really like disturbing.
Okay.
But
no.
No.
Oh, great. Okay.
Just, I don't know. You know Tiny Tim tiptoe through the tulips?
Oh, like, trust me, I've heard about the dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really happy that a movie's finally clued into how twisted that song is.
Okay. I have
It's
heard
fucking
about this part, yes.
Bad time when that song
For
shows
my
up.
roommate, that's where it lost all its steam and she didn't care anymore.
When that song came on?
When that whole part came on.
Well, there's like... It shows up a couple times in it. It's hilarious. It's like...
Okay.
It's
so
like
when
the
the
demons-
monster, or the demon or whatever
Yeah,
shows
it's like
up
his...
at that part.
It's like his theme song. It's hilarious.
But like they actually show him dancing or whatever?
Well, they show a little, like, shadow ghost child dancing to it on the record player through a window.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, when he, like, gets into the demon's lair, that's all I'll say about it.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, the demon's sitting there, like, making knives and shit, listening to that song. It's hilarious. Like, just like, oh yeah, there it is again. No.
What was that? You remember Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah, man, I love Jeepers Creepers. I like Jeepers Creepers 2, and I really want to see a Jeepers Creepers 3.
2 was with the school bus, right?
Yeah.
That one's hilarious.
It is. It's really funny.
It's really funny.
Those movies are kind of disturbing, though, because the guy's a convicted pedophile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, really, I hate him so much, but those movies are pretty decent.
Jeepers Creepers 1 is so much better than you would think with the title Jeepers Creepers and the fact that that song plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how they make it scary for the first half, and then they make it a little monster movie, too. Like, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, old-time music's so much scarier, and they should definitely, like, factor it into movies more these days, because It's the best part about it.
Or have no music.
Ooh, like the birds.
The Strangers.
Oh, I love The Strangers.
The Strangers
scared the hell out of me.
The Strangers is the one movie made in the last decade that when I watched it the first time, I had trouble walking down my hallway. At the time, I was living in a basement suite, and we had right by the door this little window part. Like, so there would be the door, and then right beside it to the right, if you were facing in, was this little window, probably about 12 inches, but like tall. So, and that would face down the hallway. So like the living room would, if you walked in the front door, the living room would be to the left, and then the kitchen to the right, and then all the bedrooms and stuff like that down the hallway and to the left. So after watching that in the living room at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I had to walk down that hallway in the dark with the outside light beaming in from this window, and like I couldn't look at it. I actually physically grabbed a sheet or a towel, I think it was, and I pinned it up there because for the next month that we were living there, I couldn't look down that hallway because I kept thinking that there would be someone standing there. I would shit my pants and probably kill myself.
Yeah.
Like, it would be the worst thing ever. So, The Strangers is the first movie that ever had that effect on me.
Yeah.
It was absolutely terrifying. It's the whole home invasion thing, and the creepy thing about that movie is at the end when they are, like, being killed or whatever.
No, it's fucking sadistic.
They ask, like, why are you doing this? And they're just like, you were home. Like,
Yeah.
That's terrifying!
I know, man.
That's the worst thing.
The movie, like, fucked me up so bad when I saw it.
They could have given any other reason, like, you're the, like, fourth echelon of this line of, like, kings or something. And, like, it's like, okay, fine. It's just one of these stupid movies where, like, there's no reason. But, like, the reason they're psycho. That's fine.
Yeah.
But then, like, when it's a realistic, psychotic thing that's just like, oh, no, you were just around. Like, if you hadn't answered the door or you weren't here, we would have moved on.
Yeah, like, that's the realistic.
That's the worst thing. And every time I think about that ending, I get shudders. Like, I'm so glad I don't have a window that looks outside on the ground level anymore. Because that's terrifying. I will never do that again, and that movie has ruined me for life, and it's the best movie I've seen in a long time for it.
Solid film, that one.
Yeah.
It's like, it's pretty much like what Halloween was to audiences back then.
Or The Exorcist.
It's true.
The Exorcist is still genuinely terrifying.
Oh, yeah. It's all about that fucking Captain Howdy face.
Yeah, when she's making the tea or whatever, when she's in the kitchen. What the hell is she doing? She's in the kitchen. And
I think she's just walking through the kitchen.
Yeah, and it just pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the worst thing that they could do, and they do it.
That's kind of like an insidious. You could tell that that's what they're trying to make, like, their version of that type of face. You ever read the script for The Strangers Part 2?
No. I don't think I want to.
It's weird.
How so?
Well, it takes place in this trailer park.
Okay.
It's like this family's, like, moving out of the trailer park. Everybody's moved out of the trailer park, so it's like a deserted trailer park. And it's just like this family that runs into the strangers, pretty much, and it's just... They, like, I don't know, it's like they up it every way from the original.
Yeah.
And there's, like, a lot more killing and stuff.
Right.
It's a pretty decent script, though. I suggest you read it sometime, just for kicks.
Did they ever have anyone attached to it? Or was it just kind of floating around looking for someone crazy enough to do it?
I think the director was attached to do it again.
Okay.
Like, it's his script.
Oh, okay.
So, but at the same time, like, I think he need to do it because he knows probably how it should be shot, because it's kind of like, it's not as scary, right? Like,
yeah.
But it is still kind of brutal. Like, just who they kill in it. It's just kind of like you wouldn't expect them to go like that far with it.
Yeah.
But they do, so it's kind of...
Well, like, and the first one was shot really well. I still remember one of the best parts in that movie that scared me was the door when, like, they start busting through or whatever, and there's just a hole there.
Oh, yeah, and
in
he's
the door
behind it.
And they just, like, kind of walk by or whatever. Their mask is just there. I think it was the lady in the pinup. like the weird pinup mask.
Yeah.
It's just there, like, that's absolutely terrifying. And then they put the piano in front of it and whatever. But
I'm just trying to remember that. Oh, well, that movie's just so fucked.
But from what I remember, that movie doesn't have any, like, music in it, does it? Like, it's all stone cold quiet. At least until the end. The end might have something.
The only music it has is, like,
When they're playing
drones.
music on, like, the
well, on
radio.
the record, but, like,
Yeah.
it's drones, like, low tones and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just very unsettling. That movie's, like, just a mean movie.
It's
like,
the same way
evil.
they did
like,
Jaws,
they're fucking evil.
where you don't actually see the shark. Like, you don't see what's going on for a whole lot of the movie. It's just the tension rising. Then when you do see it, it's just the worst thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I
kind of have to see that movie again. But I don't think anybody will watch it with me, because everyone I've seen it with was just like, I've never seen that movie again. Like, it's ruined me. So...
No, it's like... That director needs to do more stuff. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, he fucking knocked it out of the park on that one.
But do you think lightning would strike twice?
No.
Yeah, it very rarely does.
So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, we'll be back to our normal schedule next week here, and Nathan and I will have 3 weeks, I guess, now, worth of stuff to talk about, so that should be interesting. As always, if you want to send us emails, podcast@pixel-response.com. You can hit us up on Twitter. It's pixel_response for the main page thing, or you can get me, EXFAUXSURE exposure on Twitter. Nathan is Krasnor, KRAZNOR. And as always, listen to us on Stitcher. We love the app. It's great. I use it every day because, bandwidth. Anyways, so yeah, we'll be back to our normal schedule next week. I'd like to thank James for stopping by and letting me record our stupid conversation. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording earlier because we had actually been talking for a good, 20 minutes before I hit the record button, but I guess you guys didn't really miss much. We were just talking about remakes and all the movies that have been remade lately. Anyways, we'll see you guys next week.
Picking me up real good.
Oh, yeah?
God.
How about me?
Get my sexy clothes on.
Okay. Getting it on.
That's right.